the trafficking part comes in. And heavy amounts of drugs and other things were always supplied. Diddy would allegedly give instructions during these FOs and record them. And even when Cassie would delete the footage, Diddy would tell her he would always recover the footage, regardless if she deleted it. At one point, the lawsuit says that Diddy allegedly made Cassie watch one of the FOs that she thought she deleted while they were on a flight. And even during the FOs, according to the suit, Cassie would still be physically beat in front of the guests and security. A hotel allegedly caught one of the violent incidents on camera, but according to the suit, Diddy paid $50,000 for the damages done to the hotel and for the footage. There's a story in these docs that allege that on Cassie's 29th birthday, Diddy held one of Cassie's friends over the balcony of a hotel like a child. In 2011, Cassie developed a relationship with Kid Cudi while things between her and Diddy were not so great. And the suit claims that Diddy allegedly still called Cassie over for an FO. And while she was over, he went through her phone and found some exchanges between her and Kid Cudi. He allegedly placed a manual corkscrew between his fingers and then lunged at her. Cassie leaves, she stays with Kid Cudi, she comes back, she's met with more violence, she eventually stays with her mom, they start working things out. And then in February of 2012, during Paris Fashion Week, Diddy allegedly told Cassie he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car. And he wanted Kid Cudi and his friends home when it happened, according to the doc and Kid Cudi. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. In September of 2018, Diddy and Cassie allegedly met up for what Cassie thought was going to be a breakup dinner of sorts. Following the dinner, the two went back to Cassie's apartment, which was paid for by Diddy. And while there, Cassie claims that Diddy hurt while she told him to stop and tried to push him away. The suit says that the birth of Cassie's children has given her a new lease on life and given her purpose in her life, but that she has struggled with addiction to drugs and alcohol that were all established and fueled by Diddy. She has had trouble sleeping, eating, and her relationship with her family has suffered. She even has thoughts of unaliving. She says that she is rebuilding her life and her career, and she is now ready to, quote, confront her abuser and hold him and those who enabled his abuse accountable for their actions. So she's suing for sex trafficking, human trafficking, sexual battery, sexual assault, sexual harassment, hostile work environment, and more. Diddy, through his attorneys, denied all of the allegations and says he is being extorted. Quote, for the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about the relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Ms. Ventura has now resorted to
moving exterior.
Copy. Don't leave the property behind 711. Watch it, they see you. We need a spot key to access the latest account.
I'm on security building.
I see you.
Room clear.
Search it.
I said there's a 2014 tweet that was sent by Gavin Godfrey
For now.
that kind of really just confirmed the allegation, or at least made reference to the allegation of Kid Cudi's car getting blown up or set on fire. And the guy tweeted in 2014, I said, oh, it was a decade ago. Said, I heard Diddy set Kid Cudi's car on fire for messing around with Cassie once. And then someone says, me, how come you never told me that story? He says, I have a list of 3 people I remember that could have told me the story, all have connections to Cudi. Then he basically said, I literally forgot the story in a tweet until someone sent it to me yesterday. So it looks like people have talking about this for a while.
They see you, so.
Give me 1 second. I'm looking for stuff live as we do this. receiving as well.
Execute the HPI and take his key.
Now, there's another thing that's kind of creepy. I mean, there's some woman named Sloan Bella. Now, let me see. So I can find the actual thing. So Kim Porter, a lot of people believe that, Kim Porter is one of the mothers to a lot of, I think, multiple kids by then. Well, people felt like Diddy did not treat her well when she was alive. And some people even have these egregious, stories or theories that they believe that, maybe, her demise, and I want to be careful of this, but they think that there's more to it than, what's being reported. Anyway, there was this woman who, I don't know what she is, but she did some type of,
Hi everyone,
she basically did some type of, 5 months ago, she made this video.
Sloan from SloanBella.com, and I am back with the second part to the Kim Porter Celebrity Channeled Energetic video. I very rarely come back and do a second video right away, but I was propelled to do this because I was getting information in my head all morning.
Okay, and I gotta warn y'all with this, because usually this type of fuckery, you're talking to dead people, I ain't with it, but apparently, remember this is 5 months ago, there's a real, anybody got a timestamp? There's a direct, somebody just give me a timestamp if you can, it's the first video. Alright, it's probably right. Popular, probably gonna be the most watched. Where's Kim Porter? Alright, here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Sloan from SloanBella.com,
Is this it?
I am back on top of each other. So our rising sign, even though it is a man named P with Diddy on the back, and had another child, and didn't think, so I have to assume something happened with the left side of her face, is because she didn't tell anybody before she passed, but she had a second phone. Older boy knows. Her older boy knows, okay? So the older son knows. Only truthfully, 6 months prior to her passing, she was starting to see what he was for real and no more denying it. She's not a back down kind of person. She's a scrappy happy. That's what this is about. Stand over there. Sorry, it's making me laugh. I feel like I'm being stared at by one of my kids when they were teenagers, just looking at me, shaking their head like, shut up. But she was scrappy happy. She thought that it would change, and she wasn't privy to everything, but a whole hell of a lot she saw. So everything she's writing about, she's kind of saying, I saw it, I lived it, I saw it happened, this is what happened. So she doesn't really understand why that can't come out if that's what you're doing, and what's your issue with it, which is really kind of interesting. And it has something to do with containing the energy of this person, but then she's like, he literally went dark, black eyes, dark, completely shut down and dark. So she didn't even know who she was dealing with. I have terminology for it, but she doesn't use that terminology. Oh, trying to show me. But she acts like she's trying to scare her documentation about what was said to her 3 months before she passed, what she witnessed, and the final straw that she couldn't take anymore. And it's not a case of domestic violence. It goes far beyond that and that. So it is domestic violence, but it's far, far beyond that. So she goes in a completely different scope. 5 months. The time is being marked. 5 months. So this is June, July, August, September, October, November. I'm going for November 15th. or right around there. It's coming out. It will not, you cannot keep, this she's literally.
Okay.
They're alerted. We need
That's
a terminal for entry into the main
right?
house.
I don't believe these. Like, come on. This is just fucking weird. So, this woman is like a medium, other people as well. Now, I'm the one who clowns motherfucking Asian man for talking about she talked to King Von after he died, and he told her to go get the old blockchains, man. Trust me. I really see this shit. So, fuck it. Now, I still want to fuck her, but this woman made a wild prediction, and the prediction was fucking spot on. What was the prediction? That there will be some stuff revealed about Diddy on November 15th. Now, I don't know if you could edit a video file like after, and then this new YouTube shit, but that's kind of
her, and you can't fool her, and you are going to stand so noted and accountable within the next 5 months. He's trying desperately to back.
You're in the clear.
I pedal out of this, but whoever that man is, and it's a white man that has the tape or the information or however that is, one of the manuscripts with personal, private, written, handwritten documentation about what was said to her 3 months before she passed, what she witnessed, and the final straw that she couldn't take anymore. And it's not a case of domestic violence. It goes far beyond that and that. So it is domestic violence, but it's far, far beyond that. So she goes in a completely different scope. 5 months. The time is being marked. 5 months. So this is June, July, August, September, October, November. I'm going for November 15th. So right around there. It's coming out. It will not, you cannot keep, she literally cannot stop the truth. And she has, like...
I really usually don't believe this shit. I was wondering how to... Like, I always want to believe that she remade this video, but how does it say 5 months ago?
We need to get into the account terminal. So the man
She has a whack 100 must have tapes. Why I got this thing?
head to the phone and get on that terminal.
Who you tell me to keep, someone said unlisted and listed? Can we see like the cycle of the stats? You can see how... Hold on, I'm not, listen, when y'all say this real, people can't talk to dead. Like, my nigga, if she could talk to the dead, the first thing I'd be like, yo, listen, I know you got claps and everything. No, calm down. If I could talk to the dead people, right, this is what I would say. Nigga, relax. Yeah, I know they turned you to a black. I know you're a blood. I know. Calm down. Relax. Before you tell me what you need me to know about the nigga who murked you, could you at least give me the lotto numbers for like next Tuesday that I can win some Powerball? Like, what the fuck? Wait, I got you after this. Just give me the Powerball number first, and after that, you can tell me anything you want to tell me about a nigga who got you. Please, just give me the Powerball number first. That's the first thing I'm saying.
Probably wouldn't cry myself to sleep either, Laszlo.
The fuck? I am not sitting here listening to you go out here. Nigga, give me the Powerball number first. And after that, we could help you. No, of course I'm gonna help you. You want to tell me about this? No. Listen, 5 months from now, what's the Powerball number? If you tell me that, now, somebody said dead niggas can't tell the future? Well, supposedly they can, that's what this woman is saying. This person who had to look up this Avery Nicole Twitter, like, Avery Nicole person tweet? He wasn't called Diddy back then. Oh, okay. I'm gonna come back to this. But somebody named Avery Nicole Diddy Kid Cudi Club. So in 2012, somebody posts Diddy and Kid Cudi fighting in the club, LOL, over Cassie. Now, that's funny. Huh. Wow. Okay.
To the people that she knew before and her friends and people that she loves dearly, and she does love them dearly, and her children, there's nothing you can do that can't be forgiven. There's nothing you can do that can't be forgiven. But in speaking about, and her ex had a posse. He's a posse of people. He has like a thug group of people around him. A huge thug group, and the thug group are the ones that bugged her house, or cameras in her house, or whatever, surveilled her house. The thug group. So he has friends that will pretty much do anything. And she's kind of showing you, now I'm going down that train of thought, and I'm getting an image right now of a mob wife, M-O-B, mob wife. That's how she just felt in my head. She's very, very smart, intellectual. Like, she wants me to know she's smart. The mob wife has long bleached blonde hair. And she's kind of explaining, this is, I believe, her position, but she's explaining to me that early on in the marriage, this mob wife married a man she loved, or was with a man and had kids. Did her wife things. Did her hair, did her nails, raised her kids, had her friends, Pilates, yoga, whatever. And then one day came to know that the husband that she married because she loved and who she avoided looking into every single aspect of what he did business-wise, when she found out she could no longer have breakfast with this man, talk to this man on a...
Now, chat. What I'm going to get into here, I got to give a disclaimer. This is purely speculation, but if any of these things that we're hearing is partially true, we might have to look at some of these things and question them, all right? Than 30 minutes, man. We really get to the shit over here. Now that we know allegedly what Diddy's into, we have to now go back and scrutinize every relation he has with women. If a nigga brought hundreds of men to fuck his girl that he loved for a decade, and he jerked off in a corner, and he gave her instructions like, grab that big black dick, he not into regular sex. Let's be honest. Let's come on now. Nobody does that and says, "Oh, I'm just happy with giving young Miami doggy style." Come on, no, come on. Let's be serious, right? Come on, come on. Let me tell you. I've always said this in life. Men could never, in life, we almost kind of go to the right a lot. Women and men differ in two things, but we both go to the right on two different but parallel things. Women in life could never downgrade when it comes to lifestyle. If they date the guy who got a tricycle, next time she date a guy with a bus pass, next time she date a guy with a Honda. Once she dates a guy with a Honda, he puts her on in first class. She'll never date a nigga who puts her in economy again. She dates the guy who put her in a foreign. She'll never date the guy with the Honda no more. Women never downgrade in lifestyle. That's how they see progression. Men, we never downgrade when it comes to sexuality. You get that girl who suck the shit out of your dick, she freaky as hell, then you fuck with this other girl and she let you get some threesomes, You can't fuck with a bitch if you talk about, oh, I'll eat pussy. Now you like, I can't fuck with that. Like, I want some other shit now. This bitch is, you know what I mean? This bitch has got me on some other shit. This is reality. Usually men with sexual experience, it goes this way. You know what I mean? That chick in high school, you only gave her missionary. Now this other bitch, like, listen, when you driving, she sucking your dick. Y'all go to Miami, y'all having orgies and threesomes. You can't fuck with a chick who's just lame as hell, who's like, oh yeah, we gotta plan out our sex. Ah, hell no, that's a dub. You know what I mean? So, I'm using that train of thought, and I'm saying Diddy is a fucking sexual predator. It's impossible for you to think that Diddy was having hordes of men fuck his girl that he was with for 10 years. He clearly loved. But all of a sudden now, him and Young Miami are having regular sex. I think in the bedroom with them, Saucy Santana popping in, a bunch of overlocked niggas going getting right. Let's be honest, you know how some people are being. Now, she might not have a problem with it because we haven't had this plan every. So it is what it is. We really know about business. But I do look at things through a different lens given what I've now heard about Cassie. And I'll show you this example. Remember the back and forth. If you don't know that, you know, I always told you the reason why I called Young Miami a side chick because she was never the only one. She was always one of the bunch. Matter of fact, the OG before her is this girl to the left. This girl to the left, her name is Gina. Okay? That's one of Diddy's old concubines. Been piping around. She never really got the title, but she always knew when that phone started ringing, Diddy's calling, make sure you're there. Okay? Young Miami was just a bitch in town, but she ain't never. That's why I said she was a side chick. Now they got it, and it was a war of side chicks. The side chicks were fighting over the guy, who, by the way, in the process of the next 2 months while they were fighting, Diddy had a baby with somebody else. Y'all remember that? So these two were fighting it out over the side chick, over the main side chick title. While Diddy had a baby with somebody else that we don't even know. Okay, let's put it together. Now, I'm going to read things through a different lens because now I'm armed with different information. Now, I'm going to read it back and forth with both of them. So this was Gina going at Young Miami. She says when she beat the with you over a nigga, but the whole time he got somebody else pregnant. Okay, so I guess this was after the pregnancy.
Killing the security system kills the drones, yeah?
With the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card, earn unlimited 2% cash back on purchases you want, like dance lessons, and on what you need, like memory foam inserts. Ah, that's real life ready. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Terms apply.
Then you heard, well, JT jumped in. You know, obviously JT, you know, standing up for a friend. Cool. And then you're gonna see Young Miami. And this whole tweet reads differently now. She says, Gina, you've been down bad ever since I came into the picture. So basically, ever since she got added to the roster, she's saying that the old side chick is down bad. She said, you've been crying for a baby for 10 years, oh. You've been around as a bitch that eat pussy and dick when you feel like it. Remember I told you about stuff. So clearly Young Miami knows it. Young Miami and Diddy been pillow talk. She says, you eat pussy and dick when he feel like it. You an eater! You're the same bitch that was crying on Tasha K because you wanted a baby or sushi. Okay? Then she said, you want a baby, bitch. I have a career at home. You a certified freak. You haven't heard from Diddy since the awards, reminiscing on abortions. 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 Who do you think those abortions are for? Again, Young Miami clearly knows where those bodies are buried. She's either pillow talked with Diddy or she knows something. Let that hurt go, Chun-Li. Then this was even more interesting. If I wanted you to eat my pussy, Diddy would have had you on your knees, so you would eat her. To me, this was the most important tweet because it was very clear that Young Miami understands that what Diddy wants, Diddy gets. And that Diddy's controlling whatever woman in his life and telling them what they gotta do and they have to do it. Which also might include pleasing her. So to me, I see Young Miami like talking about a lot of shit. Do tell, shorty. Now,
Sit down,
Lena. Young Miami says I love sushi. Then the girl says she loves me. What type of situation you think they got going on? Remember also, Young Miami was rejoicing about getting peed on. She was like, oh. She's acting like, you know what I mean, the golden shower was a real shower. If I wanted you to eat my pussy, Diddy would have had you on your knees, ho.